Before international travelers passed through its airport, before beaches, hotels, and botanical gardens made it one of Uganda's most visited destinations, there was Entebbe. A quiet peninsula stretching into the waters of Lake Victoria, carrying centuries of history, culture, faith, and political power. The name Entebbe comes from the Luganda word Entebbe, meaning seat or chair. According to the Buganda tradition, this was a place where the Baganda chiefs sat to settle local disputes and administer justice on behalf of the Kabaka.
So guys, right now I'm in Entebbe. Most guys might think maybe I'm in the US, but I'm in Entebbe, and behind me is Imperial Mall. Just one thing you should know is that this place is one of the places that the British first came in. Just like I've shown you, of course, the first Catholic church that was here. This is Ebbs. So guys, there's so many things you can find in Ebbs. Like, Entebbe is one of the places that has a cinema, which I'm going to show you. And of course, bro, like Entebbe is full of tight security. It's a calm place. Everyone there is loving. Everything about Ebbs is just premium. Like, it's well organized, the city is well organized. Like, everything about Ebbs is just on point.
Long before colonial rule, the area formed part of the powerful kingdom of Buganda, one of East Africa's most organized and influential kingdoms. The shores of Entebbe connected fishing communities, traders, royal officials, and travelers who moved across the waters of Lake Victoria, known locally as Nalubale. Everything began to change in the late 19th century. In 1879, the first Catholic missionaries known as the White Fathers, led by Father Simon Londell, locally remembered as Mapera, and Brother Amans Delmas, known as Amansi, arrived in Buganda. Tradition holds that they landed in Chigungo landing site in Entebbe, Wakiso district on February 17th in 1979, before continuing into Buganda Kingdom. Their arrival marked the beginning of one of the most significant religious transformations in Uganda's history. Only 2 years earlier, in 1877, Protestant missionaries from the Church Missionary Society had entered Buganda, introducing another branch of Christianity. The shores around modern-day Chigungu landing site therefore represent one of the most important locations in Uganda's religious history. From these waters emerged the faith that would spread across the country and eventually shape the lives of millions of Ugandans. As Christianity expanded, churches, schools, hospitals, and missionary centers emerged throughout Buganda and beyond. Today, the numerous churches that dot Entebbe's landscape stand as living evidence of a spiritual journey that began on these very shores over a century ago. But Entebbe's importance was not limited to religion. In 1893, during the establishment of the British Protectorate, Entebbe was selected as the administrative headquarters of colonial Uganda.
Guys, right now I'm standing right in front of a building that is 196 years, and this is land offices. Of course, this is where all the land titles are processed in Uganda. But this building is so surprising that it has been here for 96 years. It was established in 1930. That's just to show you that Entebbe used to be the biggest administrative center before even Kampala. But of course, because Kampala became very diverse and also the power of the Buganda kingdom took over, making Kampala one of the biggest, of course, centralized cities in Uganda. But Entebbe was where everything began, from Christianity, administration, to everything.
At the time, Kampala was still developing. The British favored Entebbe because of the strategic location on Lake Victoria, its cooler climate, and easier access by water transport. Government offices, administrative residences, courts, and official buildings were constructed. For decades, Entebbe became the center of political authority in Uganda. From this peninsula, colonial governors managed the affairs of the protectorate. Policies were drafted, taxes were collected, roads and railways were planned. The future of Uganda was being shaped from Entebbe. Many of the historic buildings that still stand today date back to this colonial era. Their architecture reflected British influence with wide verandas, red-tiled roofs, and carefully designed administrative compounds. These structures are among the oldest surviving colonial buildings in Uganda and remain silent witnesses to the country's political evolution. One of the most remarkable landmarks created during this period was the Entebbe Botanical Gardens. Established in 1898, the gardens became one of the earliest botanical research centers in East Africa. Covering more than 40 hectares along the shores of Lake Victoria, the gardens were designed to test and cultivate tropical plant species from around the world. Today, visitors encounter towering, indigenous trees, exotic palms, flowering plants, monkeys, birds, and spectacular lake views. The gardens have become both a scientific treasure and a tourism icon. Some local guides even point to sections of the gardens associated with filming scenes from the 1940 film, Tanz's New York Adventure. Though, of course, the historical accuracy of these claims remain debated.
Yo, look at this tree, bro. Look at this stream, guys. Look at this stream. I hope I don't find anything. And then here we are. Bro, look at the trees here. Oh my god. Oh my god. Guys, this is legit. Look at the water stream. Everywhere is just fresh. Guys, look at this place. Guys, look at this place. Are you hearing the birds? Don't focus on my voice, focus on the nature voice. I hear voices. The birds are calling. Guys, the birds are calling. Oh my god. Bro, walking around here is just legit. It's like a movie right now. Something is crying there. Everybody's calling me. Or maybe she's scared of me. But look at where I came from. Look at where I came from, guys. Look at where I came from. Look at these trees. Guys, this is where they acted Tarzan and Jane. Aren't you seeing the trees? I don't know how the brother is able to hop from tree to tree from here. Bro, let me show you something. I don't know where this stream is coming from. You see that? Comes all the way from that side there. And then it flows.
Skywings Aviation Training Center is an approved training organization under the Uganda Civil Aviation Authority. That is a approved training organization number 58, and we train a variety of courses. We actually diverse, not only piloting or the flight attendant training. We do a lot of courses, actually more than 10 of them. The most being flight operations, which is the highest ranking course in this aviation training center, and then the airline cabin crew course for the flight attendants. We also train cargo officers, that is under the cargo introductory and cargo advanced course. We have a foundation in travel and tourism. We also have airport operations and management course, and then airline customer service, airline ticketing, and so forth and so forth. So what makes us unique, why I would say what I would talk more about Skywings is that besides the diversity in having all those courses, we also offer a number of services that come with the course. Say for example, I am a flight operations officer. Now when you enroll for flight operations at Skywings, we offer other services that are meant to give you value for money. For example, the school offers transportation. And besides transportation, you get all your meals at school. That is a heavy breakfast and a very good lunch, balanced diet. Besides that, also your scholastic materials, you get them at school. And yes, besides the scholastic materials, we also have capacity building. In our capacity building trainings, we offer a student more than 5 certificates by the time you leave, aside from the flight operations officers course that you would have enrolled. And what makes us the best and the most unique training center is that we have the most flexible payment schedule, and also we do offer tuition discounts. What I would love to say to the clients out there is that it is possible Believe in yourself, have the passion, and come and chase the dreams. At Skywings, we shall unlock your aviation potential. And by the way, as we may not offer full scholarships or tuition bursaries, Skywings will offer you a tuition discount and a very flexible payment schedule. So, the time is always now. Come and let's unlock your aviation potential. Thank you.
Just a short distance away stands another symbol of Entebbe's role in conservation and tourism. The Uganda Wildlife Education Center, commonly known as Entebbe Zoo, was established in 1952. Now, unlike traditional zoos, the center was created to rescue, rehabilitate, and educate public about Uganda's wildlife. Over the decades, it has become home to lions, giraffes, chimpanzees, rhinos, leopards, crocodiles, birds, and many other species.
Guys, you see that the monument right there. It's not a monument, but it's like a statue like that. Now, very many guys have been criticizing, of course, like the look of the Tyrannosaurus. It's called Tyrannosaurus Rex, the king of tyrant reptiles. Now, let me give you guys a brief history, and also the reason that's why it's actually here. Now, the first reason that's why it's here is that, of course, it helps make the place more diverse for the kids. Kids love such stuff because kids are a big fan of the Tyrannosaurus Rex dinosaur. But let me give you guys a small history of what happened to dinosaurs. Oh, sorry, my camera's going to fall down. So let me give you guys a small history of what happened to dinosaurs. The dinosaurs, according to what I've read, is that an asteroid, what I think the size of like 15 kilometers, 10 kilometers, something like that, fell in an ocean and then created a very serious global cooling. Like, it was very cold to the point whereby every plant died. And remember, this particular animal was basically, of course, a meat-eating animal. So, and basing on its size, it could not, of course, it couldn't go underground to get shelter and stuff like that. It was so cold, there was no food. And the rest of the animals, most of the dinosaurs were actually animals that were basically feeding on grass. And now remember, all the plants died. So what happens is that after the plants die, those dinosaurs that were vegetarians, of course I can't call them vegetarians, those dinosaurs, of course, had to starve to death. Now when those ones died, remember this guy here feeds on meat. When those ones died, it means that he also had to starve to death. So that's how crazy extinction is. So it tells that even no matter how big an animal is, no matter how serious an animal is, any animal can go extinct. So we should always try to preserve our environment and protect our animals from going extinct. It is what it is, guys.
For countless Ugandans, their first encounter with wildlife happened here. The center continues to play a crucial role in conservation awareness and environmental education. As Uganda approached independence, Entebbe remained at the heart of national affairs. When Uganda gained independence from Britain on 9th October 1962, many critical government functions still operated from Entebbe. Although Kampala gradually became the political and commercial capital, Entebbe remained immersive and immense in strategic importance. The State House remained here, diplomatic visitors arrived here, presidential activities continued here, and Uganda's connection to the world increasingly flowed through Entebbe. This role expanded dramatically with the development of Entebbe International Airport. Now, originally established during the colonial period, later expanded after World War II, the airport became Uganda's primary international gateway. Every president, every major investor, every tourist, every international delegation, and millions of travelers entering Uganda have passed through Entebbe. The airport also became known worldwide following the dramatic Entebbe rescue operation of July 1976. In late June 1976, an Air France flight traveling from Tel Aviv to Paris became the center of one of the most daring hostage rescue missions in modern history. During a scheduled stop in Athens, 4 militants, 2 associated with the Popular Front of the Liberation of Palestine's External Operations Wing and 2 members of the German Revolutionary Group, seized control of the aircraft carrying 248 passengers. The hijackers first diverted the plane to Libya before continuing to Uganda, where they landed at Entebbe International Airport. Upon arrival, they received cooperation from the government of Uganda President Idi Amin, who had been informed of the operation and personally welcomed the hostage takers. At Entebbe, the passengers were transferred to the unused section of the airport. The militants then separated Israel citizens and several Jewish passengers from the rest of the captives. Over the following days, most of the non-Israel hostages were released and flown to France, leaving 94 passengers along with the Air France crew still in captivity. The hijackers demanded the release of dozens of Palestinian and Allied prisoners being held in Israel and several other countries. They warned that the remaining hostages would be executed if their demands were not met. Inside Israel, leaders debated whether to negotiate or launch a military response. Guided by intelligence gathered through Mossad and other sources, the government ultimately approved the rescue mission. Israel planners prepared for the possibility of direct combat with Ugandan forces that were supporting the hijackers. Now, on the night of July 3rd, Israel transport aircraft carried roughly 100 commandos, more than 4,000 kilometers to Uganda. The operation, officially named Operation Thunderbolt and later known as Operation Jonathan, unfolded rapidly within about 90 minutes. Israel forces stormed the terminal, eliminated the hijackers, and rescued the vast majority of the hostages. A total of 102 captives were saved. 3 hostages lost their lives during the raid. Another hostage, Dora Blanche, who had been taken to Kampala Hospital after becoming ill, was later killed by Uganda authorities following the rescue. Israeli forces suffered several wounded soldiers and 1 fatality. Lieutenant Colonel Jonathan Netanyahu, he was the only Israel soldier killed during the mission and was the older brother of the future Israel Prime Minister, Benjamin Netanyahu. During the operation, Israel commandos also engaged Ugandan troops, killing dozens of soldiers and destroying a number of Ugandan MiG fighter aircraft stationed at the airport. Neighboring Kenya quietly assisted the mission by providing crucial support. In the aftermath, President Idi Amin retaliated against Kenya, ordering actions against Kenyans living in Uganda. Hundreds of Kenyan Ugandans were killed, while thousands more fled the country. Today, the Entebbe raid remains one of the most celebrated hostage rescue operations in military history, remembered for its extraordinary distance, meticulous planning, and dramatic success against overwhelming odds. Along Entebbe Express Highway, this beautiful used-to-be luxurious home sparkles the city. This is owned by a Ugandan who developed the house design by himself, painting a picture that Africans have a lot to offer on creativity and innovation. After spending a while talking to the gentleman about culture, history of Uganda, and this is what he said.
Guys, welcome to another exclusive thing about Entebbe. Now, one thing you should know about Entebbe is that there's so many international brands here. Of course, I'm going to show you guys LC Waikiki. Now, right now, I'm in Time Zone International Company, a watch dealing company, so many different watch brands. Okay, there are 4 brands. One is in Akasha Mall, Kingdom Hall, And then what's the other? Village Mall. Yeah. So anyway, one thing you should know is that this company is in over like 7 countries. It's in Dubai, South Africa, Sierra Leone, right? Syria. Then it's in Georgia, and then it's finally in Uganda. And right now, there's a new branch in Victoria Mall. Just as you walk in, guys. So guys, just one thing you should know is that right now I'm looking at Cashew, I'm looking at Tommy Hilfiger, I'm looking at Boys, I'm looking at Police, and the best branch is just the one right behind me, the Rado. Of course, it's a Switzerland watch. So guys, just know all the premium watches are here, and of course they do so many things. Customization, changing of the how do you guys call this? You know what's up. And then also everything about the watches. Then the other thing is that they offer you a 2-year warranty on almost all the branches here, apart from the Rados and Longines. I didn't know how to mention that. The madam helped me, guys. So yeah, on these ones, on Longines and Rado, they offer you a 5-year warranty. That is just a clear indication that these watches are authentic. Now, guys, very many guys have been worried about Uganda because a majority of the watch rooms don't have authentic brands. Most of these brands are counterfeit brands from China. But here in Time Zone International Company, in this particular mall where I'm standing in right now, it's always authenticity first. So yeah, guys, I'm gonna be taking you around the different brands and of course the different watches. So
you ain't ready for me. You ain't ready for me. You ain't ready for me. I came to win. I know you ain't ready for me. I came to win. I hope you're ready for me. I came to begin. I know you ain't ready for me. I came to set records. I know you ain't ready for me. If I don't win today, I might just get myself. If I don't win today, I might just quit my home. If I don't win today, I might just change my name. If I don't win today, we ain't going back home. I don't want that. No, I don't want that. I don't want that, yeah. No, I don't want that. I don't want that. No, I don't want that. I don't want that, yeah.
If you're looking for a luxury Swiss watch but don't know where to shop without getting ripped off, you need to know about Time Zone. Time Zone isn't just a single watch brand dealer, it's a massive global franchise and authorized retail powerhouse. That means 100% authentic, certified luxury timepieces right in your backyard. If you're in Uganda, they are the go-to spot for heavy hitters like Longines and Rado, plus premium fashion brands like Diesel, Tommy Hilfiger and Police. You can find their showrooms across Kampala, Takasha Mall, Kingdom Kampala and Village Mall Bugolobi. From everyday style to high-end Swiss automatics, they have got it all.
Ewaffe started in 2023. Now it has been in existence for 3 years.
for 3 years.
Yes.
Okay. So what is the foundation behind, of course, the coming up of Ewaffe? What is the story behind Ewaffe?
Okay, when we talk about Uganda's tourism sector, everyone knows gorilla, but Uganda is blessed with diverse tribes.
Yeah, a lot.
And each tribe has unique way of life. When it comes to food, dress code, when it comes to way of life, way of living, it is different. So now visitors, visitors are looking for something new which can supplement the wildlife. And we have to come up with an idea of showcasing the indigenous lifestyle of Uganda.
Oh, okay. So guys, you guys have heard Ewaffe basically was established to fully embrace and showcase the ancient lifestyle of the Uganda people. Of course, you guys know the Uganda for backcloth making, you guys know Uganda for the dances. I'll be showing you guys this thing on the channel. So Ewaffe gives you the full experience, to the food, to the herbs and everything. So why do you think someone should actually Like take the effort to come to Ewaffe.
Ewaffe immerse you into the unique lifestyle of Uganda. When you come to Ewaffe, you expect to live the same way our grandparents used to live before modernity. Modernity has changed everything. But when you come to Ewaffe, most of people right now, they don't know that our parents used to fetch water using pots. So one of the activities that will immerse you to give you that memorable visit at Ewaffe to be a memorable journey to the well. You experience how our grandparents used to value the well, stories attached to the well. You get to know that the well was once a dating site before having this internet.
All dating happened in the well.
The well was our social media back on these days. Women could gather at the well and discuss their family affairs. Also, you learn different activities. For example, today we are having modern pharmacies, we have hospitals, our parents had indigenous knowledge of treating most of the diseases or most of the illnesses without even going to the hospital. We have preserved a medicinal garden exhibiting different herbal plants, and our visitors will teach them from preparation of those medicinal plants and how they use and treat different illnesses. We also have food preparation, and I want to tell you that our Luombo with the best in East Africa and Uganda. So if you want to taste the best food of the best indigenous food, come to Ewaffe Nagarama. And also, we are giving out that stall attached in everything. When you come to Pilmatoke, when you come to Tai Luombo, we are not.
What's the story behind?
We not stop there, but they're stolen. Because now I'll talk about Luombo. Luombo holds a lot of significance in Uganda culture. It holds the family, it holds the marital affairs, it holds the way of life, how the families, how couples, how partners are supposed to live in a family. The same way you're seeing the Luombo tide, the same way the family and mental secrets are supposed to be. So we're giving out that story attached to each and every activity to perform and we do at Ewaffe Cultural Village.
Okay, so you're going to first take us through the different things you guys have for now in Entebbe, and then of course the things you guys offer when someone comes to Ewaffe. I think what you're seeing behind, this is a backload. I don't know if can I pick this? Can I take a sample? Have you seen now this is backload. So what is behind there, what is written like where Ewaffe is, that's all a backload. So these guys, I think, take you through. Do you guys take out through how to make this?
Yes.
When someone comes?
Yes.
So when you come to Ewaffe, you get to experience the making of backload, and then what else do you guys offer? I'm seeing, what is this? Guys, I'm seeing this. I don't know what this is though. Are you seeing this? I don't know what this is. So he's going to tell us what this is, and then looks like a pounding thing. I don't know.
Unlike the modern cloth you are putting on, backcloth they make a fabric crafted from a ficus naturalis tree or fig tree. In our local language in Uganda, what we call omutuba.
Omutuba.
Omutuba. To get a final product of this kind, you don't need to go to the machine. You don't need to go to the factory, but use your hands. Everything comes from nature. That's why I say that Uganda and Africa trade is blessed. So one of the unique fabric we are having as Uganda and Uganda culture is backcloth. So the tools you're holding or the tools you're seeing, they are called ensamo. Ensamo. In English, wooden mallets. So ensamo, those are tools you need while you're making backcloth or doing that process of backcloth making.
Okay.
And these mallets, they appear in different types.
Yeah, I'm seeing this.
Yes. So at the first stage,
you guys see this?
At the first stage after crafting, the back of the tree or from the ficus, you need this mallet. When try to observe this mallet is called ensasi. Over ensamo esaka. Because it is used on the first step called okusaka. So when try to observe that this first mallet or the ensamo esaka, it has sharp teeth. Being that at the first process, the back you have crafted is very hard. So you need this mallet with the sharp teeth to soften it and make the back very soft. So when you try to come, yes.
Wow.
The second one, when you look at their teeth, they are phasing.
Yeah. The bit smoother than this one. Yes. This one is. You guys, are you seeing this? this is a bit sharper compared to this other one here, which is a bit. Have you seen this? This is a bit smooth. So
This one you can use it on the second step or still on the first step. The second step of black backcloth making is called okufunila. So okufunila.
okay.
Yes. So this one, because now you have softened in the first process of making the backcloth, you have softened it. You need something that is not too sharp, so that you don't break or don't make hole or you don't spoil the back we have crafted. But as well, you can also use it on the first step. Yes. You also have the third one. So the third one has two mallets in one. Are you seeing this part?
Yeah, I'm saying this is a bit smoother compared.
And this side is very smooth.
Yeah.
So now, we look at this one. We look at this last step or this part of backcloth or of our black backcloth making process. You realize that this one has just come like it's like a cotton, but now you need this mallet. So this one you use it. You can use it at the last or the fifth step or on the fourth step. So because this side you're seeing that it's very smooth, you can feel it. It is very smooth. So when you're doing backcloth making, you need this step, the last step. You need this mallet where it is very soft, so that you make when you're making your imagination to make it soft like a cotton.
Oh,
yes. So these marks that some of the tools we need when we are making backcloth.
Oh, this is nice.
Yes.
This is, guys, just in case you're imagining, this is almost like a kilogram or a kilo or two, but I think 1 kilogram. They're heavy, they're not light. Yeah. Okay. Cool. This is nice. Guys, for the anyway, because of time, I can't really take you guys through the experience. So if you really want to experience first-hand experience, you have to visit Ewaffe and learn how to make backcloth. I'm just imagining a girl putting on this, bro. She can be really pretty. I don't know. This is okay. Like I've seen the color. I just love the color. With our melanin skin girls, this is really nice.
And the unique thing about backcloth, are you seeing the black one?
Yeah. Oh, there's a black one, guys.
Yes. The black
that's
one.
This one, yeah.
Oh, the unique thing about the black one, to turn it from brown to black, there is not any modern chemical you're using, but you immerse it into the clay.
You put this in clay. You put this in clay.
Yes, for some
to make
time.
This.
Yes. In the clay, there is component that react with the component.
But it looks like cotton in mine.
Into black.
It looks like cotton.
Yes.
Oh,
yes.
This is nice. So Steven is going to take us through the coffee experience and also give us the relevance of why coffee is a very big deal, especially in Uganda and also in the Uganda culture. So he's going to give us a little bit of the story behind the coffee processing and of course the steps taken, and also what you should expect in the coffee process when you come to our culture center and all like that. So Mr. Steven, please give us a small background why coffee is a very big deal in the Uganda culture.
Okay. But now we are taking coffee, but we prefer modern coffee blends like cappuccino, but we have lived with coffee for centuries. Because when you look at that, instead of coffee in Uganda, coffee first started growing as a wild coffee plant. But specifically, we had our Robusta, which is the indigenous, and our parents used to grow or used to even collect, before having that idea of growing coffee, used to collect coffee from the wild for cultural significances. But with the time, they started planting trees around their home because when they needed the coffee, it was very difficult for them to go in the forest and harvest. So they had to start harvesting or started getting some seedlings and plant around their homesteads. And even today, when you go in different forests, you realize that coffee is there. And in the village, people are depending on a coffee from the forest without even planting them at home. But with the coming of Europeans, they realized that Uganda is blessed with a diverse climate or with a good climate and fertile soils. Yes. So they introduced Arabica coffee, but when you look at Arabica grow around preferably Arabica grow near high altitude. For example, in Uganda, it's mostly grown at mountain Elgon and there's those areas of mountain Renzori and Kavali because of that acidic soil on raised altitude. But in lowland areas, most especially in Uganda setting, in Uganda, we find that it is favorable region for Robusta species. But We also have another species called coffee rebellica, and also indigenous. And but what in the current it is one of the most expensive coffee species, and it's mostly grown in rural zero areas.
Okay.
But yes, but I would say Arabica and the Robusta currently they are most dominant. And another thing, we cannot talk about coffee and you separate Uganda with coffee.
Yeah, my coffee is
Yes,
coffee is a big
because
deal. Big deal,
coffee
yeah.
is very significant in Ugandan culture. For example, we say back in those days when you used to visit a home of Uganda, they had to serve you with the coffee beans tied in banana leaves, banana fibers. This coffee bean is called Entebbe Uganda. Some people call it Akatamukago, depending on different things they use. So when they used to visit Uganda home and serve you with the coffee, hot water, and banana juice, it signifies welcome. Because now we have moved from a longer distance, you have come to our home. They have to welcome you, and a special welcoming you, it was coffee with the coffee beans and hot water or banana juice or local brew to strengthen the bond, to strengthen that friendship between the visitors and the family members. And that's one of the unique thing when you visit Nagalama, at Ewaffe in Nagalama. Before doing any activities, they will have to welcome you with coffee and banana juice as to be part of us. And beyond that, you have been when you observe that on different cultural occasions like introduction, like kuchala or previous ceremonies in Uganda culture, they serve the bride and the bride and the groom's family. They serve themselves with coffee. The intention is to strengthen the bond between two families, because the family of the bride and the family of the groom they are going to unite through that ceremony. Coffee acts as a uniting factor.
Wow.
And beyond that, you realize that our grandparents had more than one wives, or had many wives, and they could satisfy all their wives. And no one for the complaining about marital affairs, about bedding issue, because the secret was in coffee. Every time
coffee is a big deal like that.
Yes, every time they kept on chewing coffee, and in a social gathering.
You can chew the seeds?
Yes, coffee beans inside. These are they are steamed and roasted coffee beans, so they could keep on chewing these ones. Because now it starts from the first thing I told you, that when they visit a home, they had to serve you with the coffee. In social gathering, like playing omweso, playing omweso, they also kept on chewing coffee. So from that, for you don't know the secret behind that, because coffee it has caffeine content, which increases blood flow. So the same way it increases the flow of blood, and which strengthens muscularity in men.
Guys, one of the most unique things about Entebbe is that first of all, we have international brands. Like right now, I'm talking in front of LC Waikiki, and everyone knows that this is an international brand. There's no way I can do a story of Entebbe and I don't cover LC Waikiki. So, first of all, it covers. I think it's on the second floor of Victoria Mall when you're coming in, and of course everything. You know what's up. So, let's follow. I'm talking about the other side. So basically, it's on the second floor, right? Second floor of Victoria Mall. So in case you want like nice outfits, and of course, you know that's Waikiki. It's just come to us Waikiki always. Yo, guys, the other unique thing about Entebbe is that Entebbe has one of the biggest movie cinemas, because all the movie cinemas in Uganda are actually in the central. There's no movie cinema in Jinja. There's no movie cinema in Port Porto. So the other unique thing about Ebbs is that there is a movie cinema in Ebbs, and then I'll show you LC Waikiki. Now, guys, I want to show you guys one of the premium movies you're gonna release. This one, Lambo by Mark Me. Guys, check out the movie. Anyway, for now, I bet by the time this video comes out, you guys will have missed that because they're saying it to be on the 12th of June to 18th of June 2026. So I guess by the time you watch this, but anyway. After this, guys, go check out the movie. Slamoma is on point. It's one of the movies actually I would recommend anyone to watch for weekend. Like any movies of Uganda, it's a movie I would recommend. Of course, like all the movies you guys always check out for, they're always there. But one thing I want to tell you guys is that many of the cinemas in Uganda always try to make sure that the movie is family friendly. So most of the movies showcased in the cinema are always always family friendly, like animation, adventure movies. The other romance movies are always softly because I'm a movie lover, big time movie lover. So many times I've come here, it's mostly family movies and action, then a little bit of horror, but it's always family movies, always and animation. So it is what it is. What's up, guys? Another exclusive thing about Ebbs is that you can get your tattoo done in Entebbe. Guys, I've shown you a lot of couple of international brands, LC Waikiki. I've shown you the cinema hall. I've shown you actually the Time Zone International Company that deals in franchise premium luxurious watches. Now, right now, I'm in the tattoo hub, and it's just what's the name of the road? Buckley Road. Just the same road you find Victoria Mall, so they're in a very good location. And of course, I know that tattoos are very affordable just behind me, they're just concepts, but they do customized tattoos and also cover up. So guys, check them out. I mean, the place is on point. I think that they do a lot of good work. They've been there for a full 1 year. That's 1 year of experience, and of course, it is what it is, guys. Get your tattoo done anywhere, bro. Anywhere, get your tattoo done. Some guys like putting the tattoos of their girlfriends, their boyfriends, their dreams, their role models. Just get it done, bro.
It's not himself, it's in a liquor shop. Both them shoes, you think LeBron James. Boy, you must be new to the trend of time. I'm not the reason that the game was fixed. Choose a bait, find a God with ya. It's not your time, why wait for it? If not today, then my be late. You thought a nigga holy by a boy, you thug. I saw a bitch smoke a singer's back. I swear I hate praise like a junk pop. I've seen a
Now, many people don't associate Uganda with beach life because it's a landlocked country, but you will be surprised. This is Coco Beach, known for hosting beach parties every weekend. Coco Beach has become a landmark and adventure place for those who want to feel the vibes and the Ugandan beach life experience. From jet skiing, swimming, beach ball, volleyball, or just sitting under the sun listening to waterways, there is room for everyone. This blend of natural beauty and urban convenience has made Entebbe one of Uganda's most important tourism centers. The town also serves as a gateway to adventure. Tourists arriving through the airport often begin their journeys here before heading to national parks like Mission Falls, Queen Elizabeth, Kidepo Valley, Gwini Penetrable Forest, and Lake Mburo. In many ways, Entebbe offers visitors their first impression of Uganda. Its hospitality, greenery, and calm atmosphere help define the country's image to the world. Today, modern hotels, conference centers, shopping areas, universities, churches, and residential neighborhoods continue to transform the municipality. This is Entebbe, one of the most remarkable places in East Africa.
Kati golyeyo nze omukwano gunnuma olyeyo nze omukwano gunnuma gwe wagenda nze simanyi nakyakola kati nkunoonyezeewa yoba ntandike ntya nkunoonyezeewa kati golyeyo omukwano gunnuma mukwano lyeyo omukwano gunnuma kati nkunoonyezeewa yoba ntandike ntya nze okay. Mukwano gw'omungi gutuza ne ku mwoto nesunga okulaba ng'okyusa ekiwato lubuto si kyoto labalaba omubiri ogubunyeza zitatu nayise ne kamera jangu twereka foto nagenza okwekanga nga nkutte ziboto wampadde aga wanfumisiza enyanto laba siri dansa nayo nzinisa loketo kati golyeyo nze omukwano gunnuma olyeyo nze omukwano
my sunbed, yeah, my sunbed,